Is the Heroforge Pro subscription worth it? The TLDR answer to this question is obviously that it kind of depends on how much you use it and what for. But obviously, again, that's not the question I'm here to answer. So, is it worth it? Heroforge is a really good deal even without Pro. I'd argue that you get about 90%, if not more, of all available content given to you for free and in good time. Like, you have here a completely free, all customizable character creation service where you have access to every single piece of new gear they add, and after a short beta period, most of the niche and bigger features as well. For example, you might think that having access to the lights is a reason to get Pro, but actually lights is just in beta, and decals used to be the same, an unfinished beta feature. But now it's obviously available to everyone. So as long as you're patient, these unfinished features, like the lights, like the decals before, are eventually going to be usable without Pro as well. And speaking of features that are in beta, what about the whole 2 model thing that I use all the time in my videos? That is also in beta, meaning 2 models on one base will probably become available for non-Pro to use eventually as well. And as a future unreleased example, the face customizer update is going to be available for everyone. They've confirmed this, but I also wouldn't be surprised if it has a pro-only beta period where they test it. But you get the point. As long as you're patient, you don't really need Pro to get the full benefits of Heroforge. Like, every week on Treasure Tuesday, they drop something new for us, and if you're not Pro, all you have to do is just wait 1 extra week before you get it. And it's the same thing there, everything is just a matter of time if you don't have Pro. However, we don't know how long some of these things are in beta for. Like, I can barely get by without the 2 model feature these days, and since lights have been in beta for like a year now, there's really no telling how long it might take before some of these features become available for everyone. And for all we know, by the time that everyone is going to be able to use 2 models on one base, the 3 model on one base feature they promised us might just be the new beta thing instead, so there will always probably be something that isn't released yet. But still, like, having to wait a little now and then really isn't that bad. So what am I saying? That you shouldn't get Pro? Well, yes, but actually no. So even if we put aside the issue of having to wait a week extra for each Treasure Tuesday along with several months for the features currently in beta, even if we ignore all the benefits of just getting things up front and not having to wait, there are a few very key features which Pro provides that will probably never become usable by non-subscribers. The first thing of those is the booth feature, which allows you to take easier and higher quality and higher resolution screenshots of your characters, as well as put them into token frames if you want to use them for D&D or profile pictures on Discord or whatever else. And then there's the scene maker, which allows you to put up to 10 different characters together in the same lineup next to each other. And I don't personally use the tokens very much, and I quite rarely use the scene maker either, because, you know, it has a very limited selection of backgrounds. But the improved screenshots of the main portrait section, where you can also edit your backgrounds or get completely transparent backgrounds, is honestly fantastic. And related to that, something that I get asked a lot is how I do the lighting for my models. And the truth is, I'm not even using the lights feature itself, but I'm in the booth section, I'm using the environment lighting, which is a completely separate area, and you can only get access to this through the booth feature. And I went over this in my lighting guide as well. And basically, what you do is you change the entire lighting around the character, the baseline lighting, not just the light bulbs that is given to you in the color section. Anyway, moving on. Import features. With Pro, you can import assets from one model onto another instantly, and this includes poses. And there's a lot of quality of life conveniences like this with Pro. Like, for example, it also allows you to make folders for your models. So you can have a folder for resources, you can have a folder for poses, double model poses, old models, blah blah blah. You get the point. And obviously, as the final, big point of convenience, the color library. Being able to save your own customized colors is crazy useful and saves you a ton of time. And if you want to know more about that or how it works, I made a video on the colors that I save, and you can get the links to those from there if you want. Now, even if we ignore the fantastic booth features, even if we ignore the wait times for beta features to become available, or the delayed Treasure Tuesdays, or all the conveniences, there is one more thing that isn't even out yet that's going to be huge when it actually is released, and that is kit bashing. And it has been confirmed that it will be for Pro only, and it will take posing and freedom of customization in Heroforge to completely the next level. And well, it's probably going to suck not to have Pro when that's released. And as far as I've understood, they have no intentions of dropping that for non-pros either. I mean, this is going to be a thing that I don't think they even allow you to print kit-bashed models. Like, they're basically just gonna let you go crazy as far as I understand. So what's the conclusion with all this then? Heroforge is a great service, and it's going to stay great even if you're not paying for Pro subscription. But do I think that it's worth it despite that? Yes, absolutely. All the great features and conveniences aside, Heroforge Pro is not a particularly expensive subscription, all things considered. And that money also goes directly towards supporting the small, interactive, and very consumer-friendly company that is Sky Castle Studios. Yes, I'm a bit of a shill. And I am personally very happy to support them. Anyway, I hope that you found this little rundown useful. If so, please press like. If not, then by all means press dislike, and until next time.